It's time. Uh-oh. I don't know how to lower this. Welcome to the next episode of VGXL. I'm your host, Daniel, aka Games. Joining me again is Fefer from the Twitch channel, Fefer. And today, fuck Call of Duty, bro.
Word.
We're back with episode 4 of our second season. It's been about a month and 2.5 months since we started season 2, but
Are you okay?
I'm okay. I think I'm okay. Are you okay?
I'm okay.
I can't even talk anymore. I don't know what's going on.
I think the voice mod is messing with your audio.
With my audio?
Yeah.
Like to you? Do you hear me okay?
Yeah.
What about now?
Now I hear you okay.
Oh, it was sounding crazy before?
Yeah. It was like.
Oh well.
So
the whole
but I
opening
did
was cut
hear
off?
when you were coughing like crazy. So
What about the opening? The opening was cut off too?
I heard when you said welcome to the podcast. But I heard a little bit of the intro.
Well, you're
It was
saying
just
I
a
was
little.
cut off. Where was I cut off at?
It was like all in between. It was like, welcome to the video games podcast. Here is Fefer from Fefer.
Oh,
You know,
okay. It doesn't matter. We'll do it live. We gotta do it live.
we're doing it live. It's okay. We just rolling with the punches. It's all good.
Yeah. But anyway, so yeah, moving along. I got a lot to talk about because, like I said, it's been like 2 months since we actually recorded. Our last episode was September 5th, and then we got some
I
bad news
know
the very next day. So
we did, and then we didn't even do our Death Stranding episode yet.
all right, I forgot about that. We
It's
played Death
been due.
Stranding.
Hell yeah,
That's a video game, right?
that's a video game. One of the most video games out there.
That ever video gamed.
Yup.
But yeah, so that was. Well, I mean, we could talk a little bit about it now. But what before that though? What are you currently playing?
So right now, when I stream once a month, I'm playing Silk Song, Hollow Knight Silk Song, and
I think the
excuse me,
voice mod's
sorry,
messing you up now.
I know, and I love it. I love Silk Song. I love how the map is like 50% bigger than the last game. I love just the Hollow Knight as in general. It has so much for you between all the monsters, all the bosses, all the things that you can discover, all the hidden rooms, all the everything. I love every little bit of it. It kicks my ass sometimes and then I kick its ass. It's a love relationship we got going with the game. But I do stream like once a month. So we're chipping at it little by little.
Sorry. Uh huh.
No, that's like you good, you good.
I'm doing a sound check.
So yeah, no, I realized that. And yeah, no, it's a great game so far. I've put in like 7 hours,
That game's been out for
and
like
I'd
2 months. You know,
say,
what you put in it was 7 hours.
yeah, and half that time is me figuring out where I played last and what the hell I last did and where the hell I am on the map because I have no clue.
Yeah, I feel you on that. You know, like I was in the middle of playing Yakuza, Infinite Wealth, and I put in some time. Like I'm like up to chapter like 9 or 10 or whatever. Like things are starting to heat up, and then fucking Black Ops, wrong game.
Black
Fuck
Ops.
Black Ops.
Oh,
Then
the hell?
Battlefield came out, and Arc Raiders came out, and it's like two fucking shooters that any other time I'd feel like fuck shooters. I'm all about them narratives and stories and RPG elements.
I
And I've
know.
been addicted, bro. Like I've been addicted to Battlefield. Has been super fun. Arc Raiders, the smaller but uh, shooter, extraction shooter, It's just been good. It's just been super fun to play. Like I call that like my cozy, Fortnite or cozy shooter, survival game because while there are like intense moments with other players can kill you. A lot of times people just want to collect their shit and extract and not want to kill each other.
Right.
Um, which in my opinion is just fine. I feel like what they should do or could do is yeah, you can kill whenever, but have like a high loot, high value like battlegrounds where it's meant for you to fucking kill each other. You know what I mean? Like, instead of it being every map, maybe have a map that has high loot, but also like
That's true.
only one of something. You know what I mean? Like have very very specific places you can loot, and you got to survive it. You know what I mean? Maybe one building with dope loot, and if you can get out of there alive, then make that would be fun. But anyway,
That sounds interesting.
I
That's
know
like a
that's
little harder mode. That's kind of like
right.
what was that in? I
Division
don't know,
kind
all
of
the
was
game.
like that.
Right. Thank you. Like the little dark area with
Dark
the
Zone. Yeah,
gate
you
and
were right.
shit.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
wow, you
Dark Zone.
remember that.
Okay.
That's pretty interesting.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah. I remember that because I didn't want to go into there because I was gonna get my ass
Yeah,
kicked.
I feel like Division really like started that, which is funny enough. You know what I mean? Like the what's become like a popular genre was started in the Division, like without them probably even realizing what they had.
Yeah, I'm
Um,
sure.
but yeah, like that's what they need, like a dark zone, like So, oh, your camera went out.
What the hell?
Technical
Why'd it do
difficulties. Da, 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 da.
that? What? I don't know what the hell my camera's trying to do.
What's this? Oh, I was trying to do something like ooh, hey, it's you in HD. Oh, you disappeared
Oh,
again.
excuse me. I don't understand. Hold on.
This episode of the VGXL podcast brought to you by we don't have any sponsors. That's what's brought to you by. By me and my motivation. I actually made it on. I set up the green screen. I hit live and I made it. And we made it. Now it's broken. Oh.
I don't understand. I don't know. Oh, wait. Wait. Go. Go.
What? Oh.
I'm back.
Oh,
I
there
don't
you
know
go.
why you don't see
Sorry.
me.
No, that was because I was looking at Discord for a second. Did you say anything in Discord?
Oh yeah, I shared our link in the Discord.
Okay, cool. All right, where are you? There you go.
Am I
Uh,
back?
yes, you are back and better than ever. So, so yeah, I gotta say, your head is cut off. Is that
Oh,
just my
damn it.
camera? No, it's
No.
not. Okay, I think you're good.
I'm not touching anything anymore. Hi.
Okay. No, so like I was saying, like pretty much, uh, I gotta say, Arc Raiders is like I said, it's become like my cozy little like. Even though yes, there's fighting and other people can attack you, nobody really attacks you in the solo instances. Now in the group instances where there's three people, yes, people will just attack you. But when you're playing alone, a lot of times people don't attack you, so you just can go scavenging. And in this game, instead of cutting down trees, you're like prying open like a chest or something or a door, So it has that like chunky, crunchy, good feeling to it, when
Mhm.
you're playing,
Mhm.
just like chopping a tree in like Valheim. Like it feels great to chop a tree, whatever. It feels great to just be like, like
Satisfying.
yeah, very very satisfying. The sound effects, the sound design is top notch. I'm realizing, I don't know if this is like an old man thing or just experience thing, that sound design is so important in video games that it can really make or break the feeling of a game. If a game feels like shit, oh, what was that one game, that kaiju game that we tested years ago and it
Oh,
had
that
no effect?
kaiju dating game.
No, was it a dating game? Wasn't it the like it was like a destruction game,
Oh
wasn't
wait,
it?
sorry, it was a destruction game.
I
But
know what
yeah,
you're
I'm
talking
sorry.
about
My
that,
brain, I don't know why my brain goes to the kaiju dating.
but
But
because it's
yeah.
you, and that's a Fefer game.
It is a pepper game.
Yeah, well, you know,
Shows you where my
like
mind goes.
well, you know, it was a simple indie game, but what could have been like a simple, mindless, fun little indie game was like kind of like was brought down by terrible sound. Like you would hit the other monster or destroy a building, and it felt like you were hitting air, and it shouldn't. You know what I mean? You don't even need
Right.
vibration in a controller. You just need a good punchy sound to really get your point across of what you're doing, and that's what. That I gotta say, that's what Arc Raiders does incredibly well. When you're shooting down like a robot, because it's about
Mm-hmm.
like robots took over the world. Everybody lives on the ground. It's almost like Death Stranding in a way. It's like if Death Stranding had a multiplayer like scavenging game, this would be it. Everybody lives underground, and you got to go into a special elevator to go back underground to the city under there. And I'm like, all it's missing is like BTS and babies strapped to your chest. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And
Right.
Timefall, but other than
Maybe a
that,
little Taco Bell.
Taco Bell.
Sorry, Demolition Man. They lived underground.
No.
Oh, come on.
No. No, they didn't live underground. They were the rebellion lived underground, but it's not
The
like everybody.
rebellion lived underground. Yes. I stand by my Taco Bell comment.
No. I was like, when was Taco Bell in Death Stranding? Um, uh, but yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like it was all those, you know, the sound design. Like say you shoot a robot and it's like it breaks apart and you hit like it really feels like you hit like a piece of metal really well when you shoot your gun out. You know, take a shot at one of those things. So yeah, I gotta say it's a really well done game and that's it's a reason why a lot of people are like loving that. And then same with Black. I keep saying it starts with a B, and so I'm going to Black Ops. And I mean, Battlefield 6 has been another really fun game. Been loving like the Red Sec, which people were complaining about Red Sec because of
Mm-hmm.
like, you know, it's a free to play attachment to a paid game, and I get it or whatever, but it's a pretty solid battle royale if you play that. And then the to me the highlight is Gauntlet, which is what the way I've been describing it is like pretty much like a Fall Guys kind of idea, but you're squatted up in a military shooter, you know. So instead of jumping, running away from slime, you're capturing points or you know disabling bombs, and you know you don't, and you can respawn. Respawns are unlimited. You can come back as much as you want. You just have to qualify. So you have to do the objective, gain points, and then it starts. Um, you know, it starts disqualifying the teams as you know the more you go, and you have 4 rounds to win. Just like Fall Guys, it's
Mm.
literally like the same idea, except that it's not a it's not a TV show style. Even though that would have been kind of fun
All right.
had they made
That'd
it
be
like a
cool.
show or
A little
whatever. But
goofier, you know?
yeah, you know, that's what the finals is, which is the same people who made Arc Raiders did the finals, which is a television or like a more of like a game show feel, but you're in an arena being watched by people. You know what I mean?
Mm.
So
Gotcha.
so yeah, like that's been like my addiction these last few weeks. Other than my, you know, I do a little game night with some friends. We've been playing Lunch Lady. You know, it's a little $10, you know, horror, one of those horror games where it's 4v, you know, the monster, and you gotta just collect items while running away from the ugly, deranged looking Lunch Lady, or whatever. You go, there's like different high schools you gotta run through collecting cheats for your tests, cheat sheets for a test or whatever. You gotta collect 10 of them before she captures you. And that's been pretty fun too. Like playing with the guys, you know, it's a little like Devour. We also play Devour, but Devour has like so many steps, which again isn't a bad thing. It's just I like the simplicity, I guess, of Lunch Day, where you just gotta collect the things and get the hell out. You know, in
Right.
Devour, you have to not only collect the things but place them in the right place while the monster is getting more and more angry or whatever, and you know, which
Right.
again is
Or you
cool.
gotta wash them, like those heads that you found and stuff
Yeah,
like
like
that.
every
Yeah.
level's a little different. So yeah, it's based on like what the person like, you know. So yeah, and one of them was they were at a wedding, everyone got killed, so they all got decapitated, all the guests, so you have to find their heads, you know, disinfect them or whatever in alcohol and then reattach them to the bodies in Devour or whatever. That was just one of the stages. But yeah. So yeah, this is that's what I've been up to. You haven't been playing anything else, right? Just Silk Song.
It has just been Silk Song because I don't get to game as much lately. And then by the time I do try to game, I'm exhausted. So I've been watching my K dramas or just something on Netflix while I knit.
Yeah, I hear that. All right. So what we got here? So there's lots happened the last couple of weeks. Especially this past week, some big news that I want to kind of talk about because this is kind of like setting the stage for the future. And I got to say that that's what's Valve, Steam, the people who make the Steam software, the Steam Deck. This week they announced three new things. Their Steam, they're retrying the Steam machine. So I don't know if you remember years ago, probably about 10 years ago, they tried to come up with this idea of the what's called the Steam machine, which were going to be Linux boxes that were going to be, you know, like the spec sheets are going to be given to different manufacturers, and they can build out like these gaming machines, with Steam software on it, and it just failed miserably. Like nobody wanted that shit. It just didn't do well. And to me, I feel like the reason for that is because it was Linux and there was no what right now the way the Steam Deck works is that it uses something called Proton to allow Windows based games to run on Linux.
hmm
Um, Whereas that wasn't I don't think that was an option back when the Steam machines were first announced. So now with the success of the Steam Deck and the Proton working really well, now they're gonna release what looks almost like a Xbox. It's a black box or whatever, like half the size of a Series X Xbox or whatever. And it's going to be one of those where you could turn it right on. It's going to run the same software as the Steam Deck, but it's going to be 6 times more powerful. And you're going to be able to connect it to a monitor or to right to your TV, and pick up their newly announced Steam controller, which is pretty much a Steam Deck without the screen. So it has all the touch pads, the back buttons, everything that a Steam Deck has, but a
hmm
controller.
hmm
And then they also releasing Meta style VR headset, which is gonna have like its own proprietary, wireless signal, that low latency wireless signal that's gonna connect directly to the Steam machine or whatever. I mean, you can use it. You don't have to get that thing, but you know. But yeah, I think this is setting an interesting precedent because this is Phil Spencer came out and said that he's excited for Steam that they're doing that. It gives he's on the whole like, oh, it gives players more options. Man, shut up. You don't care about that. But like they're saying that this is kind of what they wanted to do too. Like I don't know. In your opinion, do you see a market for this? Do you think it'll be something people even give a shit about? A computer box that connects to the TV.
To the gadget nerds, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a good point. Yeah, gadget nerds are gonna be like,
Like, hello. Like one and only VGXL, hello. Um, yeah, I mean, I don't see why not. Just look at even how when the Steam Deck came out. I mean, we had the Switch, we've had all these different handhelds in the past, but Steam doing Steam things and running PC games in a handheld, it's doing its thing.
yeah,
So now expanding on that, it feels a bit redundant having a little Steam machine and your a different headset and all, but they're just kind of making their own little way. I guess we
yeah.
can't even really hate on it. I as much as I want to say F that, we're not gonna get that. I'd want that.
Like,
I want the headset. I want all of it.
right?
The
It's like it's
Dreamcast controller looking Steam controller.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
it
It
looks
looks
like a
kind of
big
crazy.
ass Dreamcast controller. So like, I don't know. I like I said, it's all this money that's gonna just go.
That's the one
I'd
thing that
like
hasn't
it.
been talked about yet is the price. That to me is gonna make or break this thing. If to me, like I feel like oh well, I talked about this later, but I had mentioned before, previously that like uh Microsoft, with Asus came out with their, the Xbox Ally X or whatever the hell it's called, which is,
Right.
a powerful Windows handheld. But I think what's really holding back is the price. Like the reason why the Steam Deck even is as successful as it was is because it was $400 for a,
Yep.
for a for a handheld that could run PC games. Like that was a big deal that it was $400. So,
Right.
in my opinion, it's like again, this is already what going to be 4 years later after the original, or 5 years, I think, right? No, 4 or 5 years since the Steam Deck has come out. By the time the Steam Machine comes out, so it's like if you can take, it's supposed to be 6 times more powerful. Now, if they can keep that price point, like only slightly more expensive than a Steam Deck, like right now the top Steam Deck price is like $699. So if they can keep, and that's for the OLED, I think, with the highest, storage option, if they can keep this thing, around that price, because you don't get the screen, you don't get the portability, but you're getting the power, and that's the trade-off. If you're paying the same price, I feel like the adoption rate could be really, really, decent or
Right.
whatnot. One thing that somebody did bring up is like, if I have like myself, I have a gaming machine. Like, why would I buy that if I have a gaming machine? So it's one of those things where it's like you got. I think the more PC connoisseurs are not going to care about that. The real, like, that want power. This is going to be more for people who just want to jump in or have a Steam Deck but don't have a major machine. This could be really like that jump in point of like, you know what?
Exactly.
I have a Steam Deck, and let me get this from my screen and do it like that, because it'll stream all your games. You can stream your from the Steam machine to your Steam Deck, things like that. And I think there's going to be some value in, like, if you really wanted to finally have a gaming machine, a PC machine on a TV without a whole giant computer case, this could be your option. You know,
Right, right. Or even kind of thinking about it because they make all these announcements, they get you new things to buy, and then you have kids who are like, "Hey mom, dad, I want the new PS7." Or
right,
in our case, we're the ones discovering that for our kids. So maybe baby girl doesn't necessarily have to have a whole ass computer to sit at. We can buy the little Steam box and hook that up to the TV, and boom, it's another like little console kind of thing
right,
on
exactly.
its own.
And
So
the
that's and then like that, it's not about, oh, we need to buy it on PlayStation. Oh, we need to buy it on the Switch and whatever freaking stupid prices that they have on either or. Because you buy stuff on Steam, we buy stuff on Steam all the time. So we just have
right.
our library that's already there.
Exactly. So, you know, there's gonna be some. I guess I think price really is just it's gonna come down to price. It's really gonna come down to price, because again, if it's a
It is.
thousand bucks for the cheapest model, no one's buying that. No one's buying that. People are gonna feel
No.
like, why am I gonna spend 1,000 for a video game? It gotta cost around the same price as what a PlayStation 5, maybe a Pro would cost. Like $700 is the absolute their cheapest portion of it needs to be under 700, in my opinion. If they really want an adoption rate, $600, less than, say,
Yeah.
549 or 499. Like, for their cheapest model, I think $500 would be a sweet price point for a lot of people to be like, wow, I can get a gaming machine, a PC that will run 4K on my TV. Yeah, it won't be the best hardware out there, but if you can really do that, because that's been the whole selling point for consoles. Why buy a gaming PC for $1,500 when I can buy a console that can play everything I wanted to play for $500? If Valve
Exactly.
can't do that, or whatnot, no one's buying that. I'm telling you, why buy that when I can buy a PlayStation? You know what I mean, or something else? Like, no one's buying that. But again, we'll see. The price might be able to keep down because it's Linux and it won't be on. Yeah, and then the other, I guess, selling points for that is that it'll be open source, so you can have Windows installed and you can upgrade the memory on your own. So if I could buy, they say that's
Yeah.
gonna start at 512 gigs. If the 512 gig model again is 600, less than $600, that's that's a good that's to me is like hard to pass up. Like, damn, I could just $600 have a nice
Yeah.
Steam machine connected to my TV, and that way, when sometimes I just want to play something on the big screen, I don't have. Right now, I have a laptop doing that. You know what I mean? And that shit cost me, $1,400. That laptop to do the same thing, and
Mhm.
it probably runs exactly like that Steam machine's gonna run. So,
Exactly. Exactly.
I can do some things in 4K with. some compromises. It can't do a whole lot, and I feel like that's what that machine's gonna do. So,
Right.
but yeah, they're coming. They're
Right.
coming for PlayStation. They're coming for Xbox. So it's
They're
gonna be an
coming.
interesting future. So
Oh yeah.
as more develops on that, I'll bring that up in the future because we can talk about that all night.
I know. I can't wait. I can't wait till it comes out because then like that we'll see how all the consoles play ball.
Right.
If they play ball. We're gonna make it hot.
I
Making it
feel
hot
like
in
there
here.
won't be any space for Xbox with this thing. I feel like the
Oh
way
yeah, no.
the competition was Sega and Nintendo back in the 90s, all of a sudden Sony just jumped in, and then it was just those, them for a little while, and then all of a sudden Microsoft just decided to jump into the mix while Sega pulled out. I think it's going to be Steam is going to Valve is going to take over where Xbox failed. Like these are the ideas that Microsoft should have had from years ago. Like, you know what? Our shit's not working. We already own a platform that's in everybody's home. Let's build on that platform and make something like that. They squandered that, and now here comes Valve with the answer to that. So I feel like
Yeah.
the top three console makers will be Steam machines, PlayStation, and Nintendo. Like that's and hey, it might even just be Nintendo and Valve at the end of the day. You want the Mario
Could
shit,
be.
you got to buy whatever iteration of the Switch is out, and if you want everything else, including Sony games or whatnot, then you're gonna have to go on Steam. Like
Yeah.
that's really what it's going to come down to. Unless Sony really makes some
Yeah.
moves or comes out with some great hardware to match whatever they're doing. A handheld of Sony handheld, which has already been talked about. Like that's apparently rumors about a full-fledged Sony handheld. So, we'll see what happens.
Right.
Um,
Right.
but yeah. But what else? Now we have our title story here, which is Blops, Black Ops, Call of Duty Black Ops
Oh
7.
yeah.
So I don't know
Yeah.
how true it is, but apparently the numbers are like trash. They're way down on and it's funny because you heard me this last week going back and forth like I kind of want Call of Duty. I'm not gonna pay for Game Pass because fuck Game Pass with their $30. Pfeffer's practicing her punches every time I talk about buying Call of Duty.
I told him if he buys Call of Duty, I'm gonna punch him in the mouth.
Oh,
Now, we're not a domestic violence household, but I'm willing to punch him in the mouth if he wants to spend all that money on Call of Duty.
it's a good game, man. No,
You
uh,
have two other great games that you're fiending on right now,
I
so
know. That's why I'm like, yeah, it's
yeah.
good. It's fine. So yeah, so pretty much the campaign is like terrible. It's like really weird and wonky and just all around bad. Like it's just not good. It's always online. You got to be online to play the single player campaign, which makes
That
absolutely no
sucks.
sense. Yeah.
That sucks because what was it that it was what the Connect that they tried to make it always online?
Oh, the
Then
Xbox in
they
general. Yeah, it was the
it was the
Xbox.
Xbox and Gen, the Xbox One or something,
Yeah.
right? And then like, hello, did you not learn?
Yeah, like nobody they never learn. And then it's not even the
They
fact
don't.
that it's online. It's the fact that if you go idle on the single player campaign, you get disconnected from the game with no checkpoints. You
That's
got to
so
start
silly.
if you're let's say you're at the end of the mission, you got to stop for a second to do something, and it takes a little too long. You got to redo the whole mission from the beginning. And apparently you can't skip the long cutscenes with all the talking and shit. Like so it's a fucking Call of Duty campaign where you can't skip the cutscenes. It's like they want you to watch that garbage. Like you will watch it and you will like it.
I mean, there are some people that do really enjoy the campaign.
Yeah, apparently it's even the ones that like the campaign don't like like it's really that
Oh,
bad. Yeah, like
oh,
for
never mind.
there's people that I'm seeing that I saw a couple of reviews that like and they know that campaigns are usually weak, but they don't mind it. It's usually been some kind of decent. This is the worst one in the whole of Call of Duty history. That it's
Dang.
just that bad. And then after you have to slog through the terrible campaign, then it unlocks like this what's it called, like extraction shooter like game, whatever, that's apparently pretty good. It's pretty fun, but you got to play through the whole they force you to finish the shitty campaign to unlock that mode. So that so there's that. And then on to make matters worse, on top of all that garbage, they're using AI art for like different like your title and tags and things like little things you can buy. They're using
Oh
AI
my
art
gosh.
for all that, and it's like, come on, this big budget multi-million-dollar game to it costs a little over hundreds of millions of dollars to make this game, and they're using AI art. Like, really?
That is just how dare.
Yeah, and
Just
then
how fucking dare.
apparently the numbers like with I think because of Battlefield and Arc that the this is like the lowest turnout in the first in like the opening weekend on Steam. Some people are trying to say, oh, but it's Game Pass, but I'm like, the numbers did not drop that very much last year when it was on the cheaper version of Game Pass. This year Game Pass's price went up and everybody just subscribed to it. Nah, I'm sure a lot of
Right,
people.
no.
I'm sure a lot of people just decided, like myself, just I'm gonna just stick with Battlefield. Battlefield's been great, and if you want deathmatch, control, and a lot of the major games already are on Battlefield. So it's like, I'm not gonna spend another $70. I mean, I can't front. It does look nice, and the shooting is not as nice on Battlefield as it could be on Call of Duty. But I just been having too much fun on Battlefield. So I'm like, yeah, I'm one of those that I've just if it maybe on a huge sale or something like that, or they do something that's because zombies apparently is good, and the regular multiplayer is good, or whatever. But there's just those little things that the other things that we mentioned that are just not for that or whatnot.
Yeah, no, that's lame.
So, well, I guess we haven't recorded in a while. So, I mean, this everyone already knows this. I'm gonna skip over the next one and just talk about the Rockstar thing.
Okay.
Um, So, for if you didn't already know, if you're living under a rock or under a cock, uh, um, then you know that GTA 6 got delayed, and then now it's coming out this week. Now, after it gets delayed for like what 6 months, like it's gonna be a whole year from today. They're
Mm-hmm.
come to find out, I was like, yo, what the hell's going on over there? Like, why would it get freaking? They fired 30 employees, probably from their QA team. Uh, 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 are getting terminated. They just terminated 30 employees to try to union. They were trying to form a union, and they just got rid of 30 people just like that. From like I said, I think it's from the QA team. So I'm like, that makes some sense. Like, yeah, I just fired all these people, and now you delayed the game, and I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty sure there's some kind of relation there. Like, you know what I mean? So, and they're
Right,
being
right.
sued apparently. Like,
All under the guise of we want to make sure it's all polished for you all
yeah,
so
well, we
you can
just
enjoy the game.
and they but we fired our polishing team, so just give us a little bit more
It's going to take a
time.
lot longer because we fired our polishing team, okay, guys?
Yeah,
Work with us.
yeah, don't worry
We
about
heart
it.
you.
I'm like, and while you wait, we'll put I just found out today they're gonna put Red Dead Redemption on mobile, so you can do that. You can play Red Dead Redemption on your Android or iOS through Netflix.
What?
Yeah, the first Red Dead Redemption is being re-released on PS5, Xbox, and through Netflix.
Netflix needs to stop.
Yeah,
They're
they're
doing too
still
much.
they're still over. They're still trying to do the gaming thing.
Doing too much. I mean, they have like a crazy library on Netflix mobile and all, but they just need to stop. Red Dead Redemption?
Yeah, well, they're trying to make as much money as possible.
I know. I just think they need to stop.
Now, it won't be Arthur Morgan on. It'll be the other one from part one. Arthur Morgan was part two, I believe.
Dexter Morgan. Who's Arthur? Not sorry.
Wrong Morgan. That's the
I
serial
know.
killer.
I know.
Morgan. All right. So I mean, oh yeah, and then I don't know. I don't know if anyone cares about Ubisoft, but apparently they stopped. It looks like they might be getting bought out because they stopped their annual earnings call this week. Like
Hmm.
15 minutes before the meeting was gonna come, they just said, "Nah, we're not gonna do it." And you know what? And on top of that, we're gonna stop all stock trading on the in Wall Street. So don't trade any. We can't trade any of that either. Um. So yeah, they're probably gonna get bought out or some shit. It's about fucking time.
Ubisoft?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
know this. They have scandal here, scandal there, and
Make the same fucking games, nothing but Assassin's Creed and shit, and
Wildlands.
now let's see if somebody finally buys them.
John Marston, by the way, is the first protagonist of Red Dead Redemption.
Oh, you know what? That's a good point. Canadian they're in the chat saying that Saudi money's, yeah, they are investing a lot in the gaming industry.
Oh
It
yeah,
would be wild if that. Well, they're the ones that bought EA, right? EA is going private. So which is that I forgot about that. That's something that I could have talked about just because again we haven't recorded in a while, so that's some news that could have been covered. Just yeah, that some and it's funny because they're called like piff, which is like a weed term. That's that piff. What is it like the I forget
that's
what it's called,
funny.
private investment fund or some shit. But yeah, that Saudi money's they bought a big chunk of Nintendo. They're part of the group buying EA. Now they're who knows if they're going to be included in buying Ubisoft. I wouldn't be surprised.
I know, I know.
But yeah, so I don't know. So like some things I want to talk about is more on that Steam machine. It's like it brings up the question: do you think that it really has a place in the living room? Could it replace a PlayStation? Anytime soon. What do you think?
Yes.
Really, you think people will adopt it, or
Not
ultimately?
That's the thing though. It's tough because Steam, we know Steam because we're on the computer. Anybody that owns a computer and actually plays games on the computer knows Steam, knows Valve. And I feel like those people are more likely to possibly switch it up. But then because at this point where there go the exclusives. If everything's all already on each other's systems on everybody's console and as well as coming to PC, then people are not going to necessarily have a reason to buy that. The price with the prices going up on PlayStation and Xbox not knowing what the hell to do and giving you $1,000 handheld here, like, duh,
Yeah,
no, why are you doing all that?
that's a good point. The exclusives. I mean, maybe that's how Nintendo. Well, yeah, Nintendo, but maybe that's how PlayStation. If, so I mean, it's gonna come down to games too. It's like PlayStation really gotta have some bangers on their. I mean, that's usually
Right.
what saves. I mean, that's the name of the game is games, right? So it's like I feel like that's what ultimately saved them with the PS3. It was like everyone was going to Xbox back in the late 2010s, and then they would just then PlayStation just started coming out with bangers after banger. After a while on the PS3, where it actually made sense to have a PS3 by the end of it. It took them a while, but they kind of made that comeback with having decent games to release. So I
Mhm.
think I think if
Mhm.
if PlayStation maintains some good IP and really and like I said, if they do come up with a handheld that it's actually a decent handheld, they have a chance to to fight them or whatever. Um,
Right, exactly.
and then that is a good another point is people's libraries. No one if you've had PlayStation since PS4 since 2013 and 99% of your games are in your digital library there, then it might be a tough sell to jump to PC. But a lot of people are jumping to PC. That's the thing. So
Exactly.
again, PlayStation has a chance to maybe save them. So I think this is it. I think it's a nail in the cover for Xbox, though, for sure. It's because nobody, even Xbox
Yeah.
said it that they kind of screwed up because everyone put their digital libraries on PlayStation, so no one's jumping to Xbox. It's going to be hard for them to convert a PlayStation user to leave or to convince them to leave their library to go jump on you know Xbox. Like no one's doing that.
Right.
So I could see the same thing
Right.
happening for Steam. Like they have some wiggle room with already people who already like PC, but are like and this might someone who doesn't really care maybe about PlayStation or doesn't have the biggest PlayStation library, or maybe they don't mind having another machine like myself that I have libraries in different fucking ecosystems. You know, this will be a good jumping in point. So, but I think I
Exactly.
don't.
No, that's true.
But I think overall it's gonna take some time. I think maybe in the long run, you know what I mean? As they evolve and everything. Because there was also talk about the next Steam Deck, and they really are gonna take their time with that. I think they're gonna be in the market, but
Yeah.
since their bread and butter is just selling games, they can take their time releasing future hardware. Um,
Right.
but
Right.
yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, the
Yeah.
other thing I want to talk, the whole thing for with the AI and all that, what do you think about AI and like potentially being in like indie games and things like that? Is that some? Do you think that kind of could kill the identity of an indie of what's being considered indie if they use AI or what do you think about that?
Yeah. No. Totally. I love indie games because of the love that the developers put into it. You have um and as big and popular as they are right now, like let's say Team Cherry. They're a tiny team working 7 years on Silk Song. If they went ahead and used AI on their artwork, I don't it loses something when you're using the AI artwork and the that hand creativity of the artwork and all that, it just kind of goes out the window. I feel like it just doesn't work out. Not for me personally.
Right. Yeah, I think it does kind of like cheapen it, even though they're it would help
Right.
them save. But it's like when you go to an indie game, you want that handcrafted, like a passionate,
Right.
game where and a lot of times the art is unique to an indie game because they have to come
Right.
up with their own stuff or stick out a little bit, So yeah, using AI
Exactly.
I think would could kill the sanctity of an indie game.
Exactly, especially that there are some indie games, some developers, they have like specific techniques that they use, like um I forget how to say his name, but the person who makes Michael something, he makes Waroom, and that's the clay stop motion clay animated freaking games. Like you have like really weird stuff out there that you can't do with AI.
Right,
Like that really gunky weird nonsensical stuff. Like it has a little special place in my heart that you can't replace that with AI in any which way.
right. No, I agree. Yeah, like that would
Yeah.
it's like we were saying before. It's like while you can enjoy a decent meal at Chipotle, there's something better about the little hole in the wall Mexican spot. That's just like
Right.
super delicious.
There's that extra love that's put into each game, that passion that you feel it with a lot of games, especially a lot of indie games. You feel that passion kind of seeping through your screen there.
Yeah, I appreciate the sub, Canadian. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Hi, Lil Moose. But
Yeah,
yeah, no, that's like they with AI, you'll have less of that creativity, I feel like. Then you'll be another AAA game looking like Ubisoft and their 10 different games that all look alike or play alike and have the same things going through them. Like, what's the
yeah.
point?
Yeah, I think there's like there could be a place for AI for like more functional things, but like when it comes to like artwork and things that really required a human for, you know, I think I think that really cheap. The same thing with voice acting. Like Arc Raiders actually got some shit for that. For as great of a game as that is, they do. I think some of the voice acting in it is AI generated, and that's a little disappointing because it's like, come on, like it's a paid
Mm,
game. You have microtransactions, and then you're cheapening out by using AI voices. And I feel like that's not good. I think I think if it was something more like something more procedural that you needed, like maybe you needed some like text to change up a little bit, or maybe the scenery, because there was a I don't know, you did a change and and then you use AI to kind of make it different every time you play. Like that I could see AI being kind of cool for more on the back end, more on the technical side. Things that you would need tons and tons of programming for that would be almost impossible to do, even with a massive team. Maybe AI can handle that, like, like really procedurally generating things a little bit better, via AI,
I could see that.
whatnot. Because I mean,
Yeah.
they already use like algorithms and things like that to procedurally generate things. So using AI to do
Yep.
that, and it'd be a little more unique or a little bit more built for you. You know what I mean? Maybe the decisions you make in a game
Right.
really tailor the game to who you are. That I could see AI generating cool shit for. But yeah, but the voicing, the acting, the artwork, things like that. Yeah, no, that should really be kept to the human, have the human touch, especially in AAA games where they can afford it. I mean, no, it doesn't matter. I feel like all
Absolutely.
around, even in indie games, I get it. You're a smaller, dev, and it might be cheaper for you to just, you can't afford all the acting or whatever. So it's like just don't have voices, like like figure it out. Like I feel like that's where,
Right.
you shouldn't have that. But people are gonna people, and cost
People are
cutting is
gonna
gonna
people.
happen. So that
I
shit's gonna
know.
suck.
I know. It is gonna suck because even just thinking about that, like voice acting and stuff, even I'm gonna continue referencing Silk Song. You have one voice actress in Silk Song who does a number of voices of the characters in there, you know? So if this tiny ass team can do it, what the hell? What the hell of AAA and everybody bigger? Like, get the hell
Right.
out.
Exactly, and that's why they're all full of shit. You know. Um.
Sorry. I'm like, I hate when people.
Yeah. Shit, I had a thought now. I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh yeah, something. So I was gonna say this before. I was on. I saw my a couple of friends of mine do their own podcast called Saturday Gigantic, kind of like play on the same name. It's the English version of the Spanish show that was been on for like 50 years, called Sábado Gigante, which means
Yeah.
gigantic Saturday, or Saturday Gigantic. So they do a podcast. I think it's only on YouTube right now, but I was on it, and they, we were talking. We got into the topic of video games at one point, and you know one point that I brought up there was that I think um things like Roblox, that's where I feel like AI, once Roblox does it and it's more user generated, that's where I feel like AI could be cool for like the solo dev, or like just the fuck around, person. Like that's where I could see like some cool shit happening, where they use AI to develop a whole ass video game, and it's like one person. You might see some interesting things there. It's still a little scary, and I feel like that's where the industry is going. We're heading that way, and it's gonna be about who. Since you can play since Steam is, I'm telling you, this is just a stepping stone for Steam, because I feel like at some point we're gonna get to a point where it's just gonna be PC. You want to play just like VCRs and DVD players, and they're all the fucking same. It doesn't matter. They just play the media. Your camera's bugging again. They just
Damn
play
it.
the media. Well, I think that's where we're going with gaming, but when it comes to creativity and things like that, I feel like user generated games may see a jump in how good they are with AI, because of AI. Because you already got things like Grow a Garden, and what was the brain rot game called?
Steal a brain rot.
Steal a Brain Rot or whatever. Like those two games have like generated so many players, 42 million players just on Grow a Garden on Roblox. That's more than
It's
fucking,
crazy.
it's more than what Call of Duty gets. Like we're talking monthly what's that called, concurrent player accounts is in the million, the tens of millions. And I don't even think Call of Duty gets that many people playing concurrently like that. So that's how like these simple ass games now are already generating so much revenue and so much players, that I'm like, kind of scares me. It's like I could see Microsoft just devolving into that. Like, you know what? We're just gonna have a platform. You make whatever the fuck you want, and we just take a cut. That's what I think is gonna happen. I think if the gaming industry ever flatlines, that's gonna be what gaming turns into. You're gonna have like, it's gonna be old backlogs and whatever Johnny made in his room with the help of an AI bot or something. It'll just
Just
be.
Wait till Epic comes out with their handheld.
You think Epic? I know Epic
Er,
is.
All games made by in Fortnite.
I know, right?
Like,
It's just a Fortnite player. That's it. You buy it. It just plays Fortnite, but then it plays every fucking game that's built into Fortnite.
exactly, because at this point, Fortnite has become Roblox.
Yeah,
You
that's
can
true.
steal a brain rot in
Yeah,
Fortnite.
there's an equivalent.
Everything
There's a
that's in
Fortnite.
Fortnite.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. No, exactly though. But there is an equivalent of whatever game on Roblox is now on Fortnite, which is ridiculous because you want to go and ban Roblox. I'm just gonna go on a parental rant really quick. You want to go on and ban Roblox so your kids don't get all freaking crazy on you because they don't have 5 minutes of stimulation, and you're like, hey, let's play a little bit of Fortnite maybe, and then you got the same crap on there, freaking brain rotting our children. But
Exactly.
now we got to ban everything. Okay, I'm ending it. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk.
When Pfeffer gets angry. No, but it's true.
I believe in children are our future.
Oh man.
Hmm.
But it's true. It's like you think, you know what? Fuck Roblox. You know, like, you go ahead, go play Fortnite. That's a little bit better. And it's like every bullshit game is on Fortnite now
It's the same crap. I just stole my brain rot. Like, why are you stealing brain rots on there now?
because of 6-7. 6-7 games.
41.
6-7. Oh man, but yeah, I think we're all fucked. This whole gaming industry is fucked. So we got to just create
Yeah,
our
it
own
is.
studio. That's it.
Exactly.
We got to bring crunch back. So 90 hour
Bring
work
crunch
weeks.
back.
Yeah, when there was crunch, video games were better when there was crunch. When they made those motherfuckers work 90 hours a week with no overtime, we got great video games. Now, I don't want to work for 80 hours. I have a family. Like, fuck your family. Go make my video games.
So the downfall of video games, and I'm gonna even just throw parenting in there, are soft people making everybody softer.
Yeah, they need to bring back the 90 hour, make 90-hour work weeks great again or terrible again. Just bring them back.
That's me beating somebody.
Yeah.
Get back to work,
Now, I won't be
children.
working these 90-hour weeks. I'll just be making people work these 90-hour weeks.
Yes, exactly.
The old magic, bring the magic back. There was lots of sexual harassment, boys club, locker room mentality, That's when we had great video games. Nice big boobs in the games. Now it's all flat-chested women and ugly dudes and I'm talking so much shit. Oh man. They just need to be fun.
Yes. Make gaming fun again.
And possibly you always had the ugly dudes. You're right. There was always ugly dudes. But now they're making the women not so attractive. Like I was saying this to my friend the other day. It's like when I can look at ugly people in real life. Why the fuck do I want to turn on my video game and not see pretty people? Or turn on TV or movies and not see pretty people. I could look in the mirror and see ugly people. You know what I'm saying? Like why would anybody care? That's why I'm like, let the dudes be pretty, let the women be pretty, let them be outrageously attractive because ugly people exist in real life, and this is where I go for my fantasy. So it's like, who cares if
I
they're
know, right?
like they're a little on the attractive side or whatever? Who cares? I'm like, like all I gotta do is walk down the street and I can see oh, this is real life, huh? Real life is not the same as my games, man. Like why, they don't need to be ugly in my games and ugly in real life. They just need, Jesus. Like that what is it? That one game, Fable, whenever the fuck that releases, that's just been in like development for like
Oh,
20,000 years. But the new Fable has like the ugliest fucking chick as the main character. It's like, yo, what happened?
She
Why?
looked like she got a few punches to the nose.
Right? It's like, come on. Like, why are you taking regular ass people? Come on. You ever watched like a dirty, film or whatever, and or scrolling through whatever your favorite triple X website is, and just see the ugly like homemade porn? Like nobody wants to see ugly people do it. Like nobody wants to see that. Nobody's clicking on the homemade shit. Like, oh, look at this fat couple. I want to see them go at it. Like nobody wants to see that. I promise you, nobody wants to see that shit. Like, but yeah.
We've gone on a tangent.
Gotta spice it up a little bit. You know what I mean? Everybody talks about the same shit. We're spicing it up a little bit. Keep it crazy. Well, so we're trying to make it to an hour. Has it been an hour? I don't know how long we've been on. Where the hell's the
56
timer?
minutes.
Oh, okay.
Right there.
that fugly brother and sister couple, and they got you hella. Oh, wow. Well, maybe there's something for everyone, huh?
Ah.
Bring back touching titties at the company water jug. Yep. That's exactly what needs to happen. Nah. I mean, people, I guess, should be appropriate in real life. It's just in my
Yes, it
fantasy
should
video
be.
games that it's okay. It's okay. But I think we covered everything we want to cover. Was there any other things you want to talk about? Anybody got any questions, concerns?
Question concerns.
I know we're gonna get canceled. Cancel culture's over. It's not 2018 anymore.
Cancel culture.
Yeah.
You can't cancel us. Cancel culture is over. It's canceled.
Word.
Canceled with a capital ansel.
Is it? Is it on point? Is not too crazy? I'm getting compliments in my beard for all those listening to
Oh.
I gotta
an
get
illusion.
I don't need Just for Men. Get that all darkened up.
Oh no.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Because if you look again, and the other podcast I was on, I was exhausted that day, but I didn't want to cancel. And then the lighting in the room was, it's like, you could already see the darkness on there. So I just looked crazy in that video. I was like, why do I look like a zombie? Like I'm dying or some shit. But they got me a little bit blasted before we started talking. So that didn't help, smoked a little of the devil's lettuce. And they were like, oh, we're going to do that and then start recording. And so if you want to see me, I don't even look blasted. I don't sound blasted, I don't think. But I think that's what added to my crazy ass fucking tired look. But all right. So Fefer, are you gonna stream? Are you gonna stream tonight?
Yeah, sure.
You got the energy going. You're gonna continue.
Hell yeah! Because you see this green tea, this matcha I was drinking.
Yes.
I put a little something extra special in there.
A little crack in there.
No, not a crack, not crack. Beet powder.
Ooh.
so.
A little beet powder to get the blood going.
Yes. Let's do this.
All right. Well, on that note, let's throw on the. I'm gonna just play it from this side. You're not gonna hear it. I'm gonna play the music so it doesn't cut me off sounding crazy. Yeah, but the music is playing. So I just want to thank you everybody for stopping in and watching us. If you're listening through Spotify or any of the other channels, thank you for tuning in. You can watch the video on Spotify and or youtube.com at VGXL podcast. I don't even. At VGXL, I'm pretty sure. I don't even know anything anymore. What is anything? But yeah. But again, thank you. We're gonna try to be on soon. The reason, for since we have some of the reason we stopped recording, I haven't really made the announcement in the Discord or anything, was there was a death in my family back in early September. A very close. My sister passed away, It was really hard on the family, and it was literally the last episode was the day before it happened. So, but I'm okay. We've recovered, and we're gonna try to keep coming back. But it was hard to sound happy, during that time. So, but I appreciate you guys. It means a lot that you guys hung out with us, and we really appreciate like everything you guys do. Just being there, just talking shit. That's what I mean. So, but we'll be here. We'll be back, and we'll keep going. All right. So until the next one, I appreciate all of you. Bye. Pepper, you're gonna stream, right?
Bye. I guess stream.
Yep. So tune into on Twitch where you see Fefer. Switch to Pepper's channel in a little while. She'll be there.
Yeah. Go to twitch.tv/Fefer. I'll see you there. Bye, guys. Thank you.